All right, let's make sure we are live. I like it, I like it, I like it. All right, making sure everything's good. Perfect. I like it. All right, sorry, I had to munch on that last grape before we started, you know? Oh, what am I doing creating a character? My brain turned off. That's crazy. And I cry for you. All right, so we got 5 out of 6 tanks done. We're just gonna work on the Blood Death tonight. Wait till tomorrow. We're not gonna main it, but I mean, there's some to kill. We got all the tanks above. If I'm not mistaken, 237, 238. My highest ones are like 241. My lowest one is 237. With M0s going on a daily lockout as of tomorrow, we should be set. I think it drops champion track as well. So, I mean, to be fair, we should be all championed out on at least 2 tunes at the end of the week. And then we have a bunch of rage dropping LFR, normal, heroic, delve, keys, coffers. I mean, realistically, there's no shortage of content to do. So until then, what we'll do is we'll just shoot the shit. We're gonna stock up on some gold real quick. Let's see, let's see, let's see. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay, okay, 57,000. If I ends it, okay. I got about 16,000. I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it. I like it. Um, all right. So we're probably what is this guy at, huh? Oh, he's 150. Jeez. Yeah, who let this guy in here? Hey, yo, wait. Is that a season 2 Mythic Plus trinket from the War Within? Guys, I thought he completed the campaign. What is this? Ew. I mean, he looks pretty badass though, at least, right? I gotta give him that. No? Okay. Anyway, so that being said, we're gonna grab a prey. Can we kill it? Probably not, but so we're just gonna grab this one real quick. Are my cameras zoomed out on this guy? Let me check. Hold up. Uh, uh, um, mm, 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 mm. Let me go to my Discord real quick. Go to resources. Let's see. Let me see if this makes a difference. All right. Yeah, that's pretty good. All right, perfect. All right. Anyway, so what we're gonna do is our world quest. Before we do that, we should grab our weekly. Do we need to do this? No. Like I said, we probably won't play this guy, but I mean, just do it just to do it, right? All right. Oh. I'm gonna grab that real quick. No, since I have to do everything, I might as well grab this. Not that. This right here, bro. Perfect. All right. Um, All right. So we'll head over there. We'll grab that two-hander. Light bloom suppressed. Yikes. Ring. Uh, uh. Yeah. I'll talk to this guy real quick. I needed this, guys. Fortified. Perfect. Alright. Can I find a group with it? Is Oh, perfect. Okay. So we'll see if he takes us. If not, what we'll just end up doing is just doing the world quest in the meantime. Try to be most efficient. We don't want to be on too long, especially just one character we're not going to play. I'd rather get into raid review sooner than later, just because it's going to be more important, beneficial in the long run. That's my opinion, right? And so I'm sorry. All right. And the prey showed up. Oh no, that's not good. Catch me. Oh, I'm falling. Well, at least I know as a tank, I could be item level 150 and I'm not gonna die. It's a dub right there. That's why we play tanks. Okay. See where he's going. He's going to the left. Somewhere. Oh, okay. Dun, 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 dun. Don't do it. Don't do it. Oh no. Is he targeting me? He's targeting me. You want to play this game, bro? Oh. Is he blood? No, he's unholy. Okay. We might win this. Or we're gonna sit here in a stalemate, which is gonna be crazy. Why am I time not working? Jeez, bro. So we're not gonna kill each other. Stupid. Fucking loser. Fucking alliance scum, bro. Like, what do you expect? Did he not see that I was a Blood Death Knight? Oh no. Did I? Am I like out of the zone? What's happening? I am. It's so annoying. I wanna get where you're at. It's gonna be a huge jump up. Our weapon's 192. We're gonna get 220 at the end of this. It's pretty good. I like it. It's crazy too, because blood decays, especially Deathbringer, they got a buff. They're gonna be a little bit better come Tuesday. All the BDK lovers in the chat. Oh no. Ooh, okay. I like it. Even at item level 150, don't feel like I'm ever in the danger of dying. Do I want to send DRW on here? No, I don't. I'll keep my dancing rune weapon, personally. Alright. I wanna be where you're at. Bam. 224 weapon, just like that. Just like, ooh, that looks nice. Looks like I'm about to smack someone. Alright. Let's see if there's a group for it. No, there's nothing. Let's check if somebody's actively doing it in our lair. No, nobody's doing it in our lair. Alright, we'll leave it alone. We'll go over here. Pest cleared. Oh, another kill quest. Easy peasy. Come on, come on, come on. Let me grab you. Oh! Get over here. I love the death grip, bro. I know it's not a raid buff, guys, but can't go wrong with a little grippy action. Oh, ooh, got it. Sucker. Dude, I was about to grip him, and I knew he was a druid. That's so funny. Alright, I don't want to give this guy any kills. Fuck this guy. I'll just replace it. It doesn't matter. Hey. Oh. Dude, I got an elevating desk. Dude, banger. Banger investment. I don't care what anybody says, man. I fall. I fall. We're here. Might as well just do it. Come on, come on, come on. Dude, I wish DKs could move this quick, man. You know, banger that would be. We don't need like leaps or anything, you know? Nothing like dashes or anything of this sort, but just straight up fast ass movement. What? Yeah. Oh, hey, oh. I know exactly where I'm going. Oh, la 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 la. Oh, wait, what? It's over here? Oh no, that's just a quest. But over here is where it's at. I was like, bro. No? Huh? Bro, where's it at? Oh, it's not revealed yet. Mm. I just got ahead of myself. Hey, why am I like this? Oh, baby. Fun fact, I got this mount back in Legion, and the Return to Karazhan, and I took a huge ass hiatus. I started playing WoW again in college. It was one of the first mounts I got, and honestly, it's my favorite. Nira, gonna be yeah. What the fuck do I have to do with this guy right off rip? Okay. So can we start tonight? What the fuck did he go? He didn't even go anywhere. Pussy. Oh, oh, there it is. It's the night. It's gonna be baby. Why can't I be fucking 230 and just one-shot this guy? It's so crazy though, you know what? This is kind of like the same pace I'm killing him as Avenged Demon Hunter. Because their single target is booty, bro. Yo, yo, what's up, Malathin? How you doing, bro? I'm just getting the DK ready. I have 5 out of the 6 tanks ready. Just got to make sure this guy's set and good to go. Am I gonna play him? Probably not, but you know what? I'm just killing time, having fun. I love this class, so might as well. Sound effects are banger. All right, drum roll. Let's see what we got. And we got a. I'll take the legs, baby. I was hoping to replace something else, but you know what? Beggars can't be choosers. Finished campaign like a week ago, but I can't find the urge to get max level. I don't know a fast way to get the last 3 levels, bro. Honestly, just quest. It sucks to say that, but it's the case. You just gotta quest, man. What you gotta do is get Zygor's guide and turn off your braid. Turn off your braid. I can't fucking talk. Turn off your brain. I have the app, or what do you call it? I have it if you need it. I'll send it to you on Discord. But yeah, just get the app, follow it. It gives you an arrow. You follow the arrow, do your thing, and that's it, really, man. Yo, Lil Tico, what? What'd you say, good sir? I'm talking about the what do you call it? Talking about the song. Can't you get like banned for using artist music? Okay, so how it works is technically yes. If they really wanted to go and like come for my ass, no homo, then yes, they could. But what happens is it usually only gets flagged after the fact. So when you have like Twitch VODs, right? After and people go to review it, that's what Twitch actually scans for copyright music, not during the actual stream. So like if you were to watch this whole stream when I, go offline and it's still in my history, there's honestly no music whatsoever. It's just me talking because I have it where when it uploads to Twitch offline, there's no music. But when I'm live, there's music. I don't know if that makes sense. Somebody else. Yeah, essentially, that's what everybody does. It's exactly what everybody does. And I was like, how is this possible? I was like, how am I the only dude that's like getting copyrighted and shit? Because I tried it. And then I like Googled it and looked it up. And they're like, yeah, bro, you just have to make sure the music's not playing when it uploads onto Twitch after you finish streaming. I Googled how to do that. And yeah, boom. Damn, bro. Where the fuck is everyone? Am I supposed to do this by myself? I don't want to do this. Dude, I was hoping more people would show up. This is rough. Da 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 da. Alright, whatever. Alright, whatever. I guess I'll just have to do this the hard way. Your top 50 BDK for TOT. More your casual guild, so I'm not into heroic rating at the moment. Damn, bro. Fucking ball out. That's pretty fire. You've been crushing it in fucking classic, huh? Oh, I forgot to fucking grab the quest. There's a world quest. Oh, that's so annoying, bro. I'm coming back. I just can't get into any good guilds because they probably already have a tank. That's the issue. There's only two spots in a raid for tanks, so you just gotta keep on applying, bro. You gotta search the web. I mean, that's what I did when I was into hardcore raiding. I mass applied to every guild so I could top 200. Yeah, because you're fighting against a spot, and the guy who probably has a spot is probably also a Chad. You think I can make it back? You think I can make it back? I'm running, I'm running, I'm running. Which one is that? I think it's that one over there. Yeah. Normally tanks are pretty goated in raiding guilds unless like you're in a super casual guild. Because like if you have a dumbass tank, it ruins the vibe. It really ruins the vibe. Yeah, I guess. Unfortunately, that's the case. Yeah. At least if you come to retail, the ecosystem is way more robust and there's a way more of a population. I feel like when it comes to classic, you're very limited when you come up to like higher end stuff. All right, well now that there's more players here, I'm not gonna do shit. I'm gonna stand in the middle. But yeah, kind of why I can't get to it, sort of. Just can't get into. Yeah, because all they want is mythic parses. Now, are you aiming for guilds that are CE, or are you aiming for guilds that are like progging mythic? Because those are two different guilds. A guild who's already CE and has already cleared 8 for 8, 6 for 6, or whatever the fuck in previous seasons, you're gonna have to have like history to back you up. But if you're looking for a guild that's looking to prog mythic, like 3 for 5, 3 for 6, 4 for 8, whatever the fuck case may be, CE is basically a guild who clears mythic every season. So if they're a CE guild, they automatically like you get know that they're like creme de la creme. But yeah, if you're looking to prog, I'm sure you're willing to you should be able to find a guild or so if you just keep on looking. Might take a month or so to apply, but after a month of looking, you'll be able to find one. Shit, I had. Well, I guess it depends. I looked for about a couple weeks and I was able to find one. Like I got a bunch of invites from guilds that are like mid mythic, but I was looking for a CE one in particular. And I realized that mythic is too much of a time consuming. Who's this guy fighting? Okay, I better like. Or not be fighting one of my people. Ooh! Yo, what is this damage? Well, I mean, so just keep on applying, man. Do WoW Progress, Guilds of WoW, Warcraft logs in general? They'll all they're all great places to look, but you have to actively look for that type of guild. Guaranteed. Oh yeah. And BDG is always good at in raids. That's like guaranteed. Alright, get me the fuck out of here, bro. I heard the manga's fire. I haven't looked at it personally. Have you looked at the tier set for Midnight? I'm gonna eat a grape right now if it sounds crunchy. Oh, yeah, it's very good. Best set for this tier. Damn, really? Yeah, check that shit out. Maybe I'll look at it when I look at the raid mechanics later today or tonight. Damn, I finally replaced my fucking trinket. That shit was 103 to 246. Damn, 133 jump. That's cracked. I'm gonna grab that real quick. Especially the PvP set. Ooh, I don't know what the PvP set is, but that sounds juicy. Hey, uh, hey, hey. Come on, there it is. Bam. I can speedrun these bitches. Watch, watch, watch. Ooh. Feel like I'm playing like Mario Kart or something with all these. I collect the stars, you know? Bam, just like that. Alright, next. Mm, 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 mm. Let's get this ring. Should hop in disc or something so I don't have to go back and forth. I mean, I'm down to hop in disc like one of these days, but not while I stream. I'm just vibing for a second. Like, you have my Discord. We can hop in disc regardless in general, outside of stream and such forth. Hey, DM me, bro. We can shoot the shit. My language. Alright, what do I gotta do here? I gotta kill 8 encroaching what? Shred claws? No, where the fuck they at? Where the fuck they at, fam? I'm just gonna try to dungeon spam. I hope you know that's the slowest way. I just wanna let you know, bro. You can. And you could turn off your brain, but they made dungeon spam so fucking slow in this expansion. It is genuinely faster to do questing. And if you need it, I have the guide. Bro, where the fuck is this guy, bro? Oh, okay, so we can go anywhere. Okay, we can go anywhere, but I still don't see shit. Like, damn. Oh, where the fuck? At least with the if you dungeon spam, you have that random XP bonus. That's pretty fire. What's this? I kind of want to go through it. Ooh, I got ambushed. Guess what I have? A trap. Good trap, bitch. Oh, not that. Yeah, that's a big ass ore. Refugelant copper. Yeah, well, if only. All right, fuck it. I'm going in that. What is that? Oh shit! What just happened? Am I gonna regret this? I'm gonna regret this. Where the fuck did this just take me? You have been disconnected. Oh, that was lame. This one. Yeah. I guess that happens. Mm, 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 mm. Hey. Dun, 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 dun. Come on, come on. Where you at, Bob? I'm looking for you. I mean, no, nothing around here, huh? Oh, perfect. Right there. Oh, that's good. If we could just find one more. Uno más. When in doubt, cream and shout. Hey, what? It's probably a good self-defense tactic, cream and shout. Kill ethereal or kill players. I'm gonna get fucking oh no. This is not gonna be good, guys. Oh. Well, my idlem's shooting up. It was 150, now it's 183. It's crazy what a couple pieces of gear can do for you. Ooh! Alright. Well, you know what? That little stunt right there gave me 45%, and it was fun, so I'll take it. I knew I was getting demolished, though. 180 item level, yeah, 100%. Now, on the flip side, picture this. I'm a 230 monk, and I go in there. I'm smashing everybody, bro. There's not even ethereals here. They're like, kill ethereals or kill players. Not a single fucking player or ethereal. Oh, look at that, look at that, look at that. Yeah, see? See? The little mage bullshit. Look at them, look at them. They're getting up. What a f... Nope. I know what you're doing. I know what you're doing, fam. Stop. Oh, dude, I'm rooted. Oh, what a bitch. Oh, what a whore. Oh, that pissed me off, bro. That was good. That was good. Dude, just let me kill some ethereals, bro. I just need 55 more percent. Oh, look, look, look. This guy's camping me. Stop. I will kill you, fam. All right. Take two, take two, take two. All right. You know what? I like it right there. Ooh, I'm stunned. And I grip him. I grip him. Ooh, vampiric blood. I want to get the fuck out of there, bro. Oh my god. Oh my god. Damn, horrified is crazy. Ooh, I just saved his life. Oh, I'm disarmed. Oh, oh, he's dead. He's dead. He's mad. And I'm getting trapped. Oh, dude, no way. I'm about to die. Ah, I got killed by my prey boss. And you know that shit just reset. I ain't mad at it though. This is what WoW's about, bro. Remember back in the day, bro? People used to get the Horde and Alliance. Ooh, nice. Okay. They used to get tattoos of that shit. Now everybody's like, let's work together. Man, I'm still trying to kill each other. I'm still at 45%. That's crazy, bro. I've seen this guy. I've seen that guy Nimrod multiple times in this area. Damn. How the fuck am I taking damage? Maybe I can sneak this. I highly doubt it, but I gotta save my cooldowns. Okay, okay, okay. Damn, bro, that gave me jack shit. I really gotta start PvPing. Ooh, I'm dead. They're all tunneling me. I hate this game. I hate this game with a fucking passion. Ah. Why am I doing PvP World Quest as item level 160, bro? Dude, let me hop on my characters, man. Let me hop on my 240 characters and you're not gonna fucking do jack shit. Ooh, you thought. You thought. Ooh, dead. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, he slowed. He slowed. He's dead. He's dead. All right, we're down. All right, I'm Dex. They're coming for me. Yeah, I know. I know. Me too. I'd kill my. Ah! Yeah, I get it. I target me too. Dude, as soon as there's a fight of between like 8 people, and if a dude hits 20%, you know damn right, 7 out of those 8 people are aiming for the dude that's 20%. They just see red. They're like, yo, this guy's about to die. I'm gonna kill him. Oh, look, look, look. That's what I'm about to do. Look, dead. And guess what? I just got my fucking piece. Oh, what the fuck is this? Ooh. All right, let's get him. Let's get him. Bring him in here. Okay, warrior. Okay, buddy. Guess what? I won because I got my fucking quest. You guys go fuck off. Oh, and guess what? I got 2 more to do, man. I hate this. Look, 118. What? Why did I respond? Look, this is a whole ass 100 item level upgrade. And I'm still merking. There he go. See, if I had that extra 108 armor, 43 strength, 624 stamina, 18 haste, and 43 verse, dead. That's me being delusional as fuck. Alright. Oh, we're already at 75% for that one? Did I go to the wrong area or something? How the fuck? Okay. I guess I just started killing people for fun over here. Yeah, I mean, that checks out. That rogue means business, bro. Oh, right here. Oh, oh, oh. Paladin dead. Oh! Oh, dude, that's that extra fucking 43 haste. Oh! Oh! I got him with the D&D. Oh! I know. Oh, the rogue's coming for me next. Watch, watch, watch. Rogues is on my ass. Do I have a trap? Do I have a trap? I don't have a trap for him. Fuck. Alright. Damn, alright, alright. You know what? The rogue left me alone. You know why? Because I'm a real ass individual. I leave me alone too. You know, I get it. Do it. Do it. I dare you. I dare you. Okay. don't want to fight this. Get me out of here. Stay behind. Shoo. Slow him down. I'm here to fight individuals, not monsters. See how easy that was? Oh, do it. Oh. See that? That one single item deterred everybody. Oh, shit. I guess that's true. It scales to 263. Yeah. Yeah, of course. Dude, what the fuck? Do you not de-aggro? Bro, how far have we ran? Bro. Alright, whatever. I want to fight somebody. Alright, my bad, guys. I just ruined the little 1v1. They're like, nah. Alright, whatever. Hey, yeah, uh, yeah. Alright. That was fun. Next. Kill shadow guards or kill players? We all know what I'm gonna do. Yeah. Oh. I'm gonna lose against this guy, but you know what? I'm okay with it. Oh, he's dead. Dead strike. Oh, that was a banger. Oh, do I have cheat death? I think I do. No, it doesn't matter. I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. Ooh. Dude, the amount of fucking endorphins that shot up, bro. I'm running just. Oh. No, no, no. I gotta wait. I hate that shit. Tell me you were ready. Hey. Uh, Bro, this takes forever. Takes forever. Let me go kill someone. I mean, nobody here, huh? Alright. Oh, and I would get ambushed by the fucking boss, bro. Yo, wait, they're all casters? Oh, that's so unfortunate. Yeah. Momentary fallback. Really, the next thing I'm gonna go kill, buddy. Your finger wrapped around your finger. Ideally, we replace my wrist or my boots, or I still can't believe I have a Tomes of Light Devotion. That shit's so the War Within Season 2. Dude, that trinket gave us so much single target damage. Around your finger, wrapped around your finger. Come on, where's the traps? Where is it, traps? What the fuck? Okay, interesting. I knew something looked off about it. I'm like, that does not look natural. Wrapped around your finger. And around. Around, around, and around. Wrapped around your finger. Nope, ain't fighting you, fam. Sorry. It's not my contract. Ain't for this shit. Hey. Hey. Alright, come on, come on. Give me the icon, give me the signal, give me the green light. Hunt completed. Come on, guys. Wait for this shit. Hey, wait for this shit. There it is. There it is, big boy. Get over here. Hey. 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 Wait for this shit. Hey. Wait for this shit. For this shit. Hey. Alright, here we go. D&D, Shoal Weeper, DRW, right there, bam. Come on. Refresh. Death strike, death strike. Double DR. There we go. Blood boil, there you go. Always got to reapply blood boil when you have that dancing rune weapon proc. You're missing out on so much damage by not doing that. Dead. GG. Alright. Let me out of here before they kill me. Let me go. Hey. Oh, did I not call it? Did I not fucking call it? I'm hype. I said I need boots or I need wrist. And guess what I got? Fucking wrist. I wish I got this RNG on my other fucking classes. You know, it is what it is, though, you know? It's just not meant to be sometimes. Oh. Can't win them all, you know? Now we're going to get a piece of adventure gear from our weekly. I took the long way around because I like the scene. I got a weapon. I guess I'll take it. Alright, so next, let's see if somebody's doing this quest. Let me go. So I got the world quest item in Void Spire. Is that what it's called? Or is that the raid? Void Storm. Why does everything start with fucking Void? I still need to get the renown item in Eversong, Harandar, and Zul'Aman. So I think I'm gonna do Zul'Aman next while I'm in the area. And then from there we'll do some M0s, knock those out, and then probably look at some raids. Oh, actually, there's somebody here. Oh, so we're chilling. As much as I want to kill him, I'm not going to because we need to work together. Because, you know, Horde and Alliance are friends now. So we're not doing anything to sabotage each other, right? Right? Don't do it. What am I listening to? It's banger music right here. Alright, here we go. Defeat the Naga commander. That's a fact. Alright, alright. Am I trying to be a friend for what? Are you targeting me? He's not. Alright, I was about to fucking say. Can I 2v1 him? That's the question. I'm gonna turn on and watch. Ready? Oh. Oh, you son of a bitch. He lay on hands. That was good. I need Death Strike. Oh, dude, this is not good. Help, Monk, help. I see you there. Help me. Help me. Oh, banger. That's exactly what I needed. Yeah, pussies. Oh, dude. What a fucking G, bro. Let's go. Hey, let's go. Dude, I got saved by the. Oh, shit goes crazy, bro. Let's go. I didn't mean to hit him. I didn't mean to hit him. It was an accident. No. Guys. It was an accident. Leave me alone, please. Fuck. What I get? What I get? Another fucking weapon? I hate this game. Leave me alone. I'm mad. I just gotta fuck. Can I kill you? Oh. Dude. I hate this game, bro. I got debated into two weapons for my weeklies. Oh. And the worst part is, if I go on my monk, I have a fucking same item level. Let's go, let's go. Man. Guys, I took the L, man. I don't think Death Knight's the move, apparently, because I can't get shit. Damn. I might as well throw the M0s at item level 200. Oh, I still got Har in there. Give me something good. Come on. There it is. That's exactly what I needed. And a trinket. What am I mean, those shoulders are exactly what I need, so. Plus, on top of that, I do believe I end up get a belt. That's also I could probably buy boots, bro, and a chest. The last thing I want to do is fucking M0's item level 200. Can I? Yes. But like, I also want to pump on the meters, you know? The generation of Amani. Da da da. All right, time to do this abundance event. I'm stuck in here for 3 minutes. I'm stuck in here? No, you're stuck in here with me. Oh, I could PvP? Should I do it? What is. Oh, I don't know if I could win that one. Should I do it? Should I be a dick? No, I guess I'll be wholesome this time. We're gonna find a different area to farm. What the fuck? Alright, is there nowhere to go here? Like, excuse me. Alright, well, I guess I'll just go back to the beginning. While I'm here, I might as well figure out. Ooh. After Reaper Mark explodes, your next two Marwins cost 1 rune. Summon 2 sites to strike your enemies. Okay, yeah, I know that part. Okay. Is there any way to proc Reaper or exterminate without Reaper's Mark? Or is that the only way? Uh, let's see. Yeah. Uh, 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 uh. What's this? Marwin, High Strike, have a 25% thing. Okay. So Ruptures gain strength. Nice. Uh-huh. Casting Dancing Ruin grants 1 stack of Exterminate with 100%. Got it. Got it. That's exactly what I was missing. So when I cast Dancing Rune Weapon, that's when I get another cast. Reaper's Mark, right? I gain how many stacks? I'm trying to get 40 stacks, right. As soon as it expires, boom, now I have 2 stacks of Exterminate. Bam. Alright, so the whole goal, or name of the game, is to keep my Exterminate up. Got it. Understood, famo. Wait. I mean, is there any way to, damn. Does Dancing Rune Weapon not reduce on cooldown anymore when you spend stuff? It's kind of stupid, no? No. Get away. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Nah. People just running. Hey. Now walking the button. Alright, so I'm gonna see if I could buy a chest and boots before I do anything, because I mean realistically, I'm basically gonna get my trinket and I'm gonna get my shoulders replaced. I wasn't even paying attention. With the world quest, I'm gonna get a waist. Yep. I'll take that little verse in mastery. Don't mind if I do. 205. I'm gonna hearthstone real quick. Alright, so we went from essentially 150 item level to 205 in less than 2 hours. Oh, I've been online for an hour and 17 minutes. Yeah, see? I started basically an hour in. So basically in an hour, we've gained 55 item level. Doesn't take long. Let's see. Let's see if we could buy some chests and some boots. So armor, filter, current expansion, upgrade. Plate. All right. I'm just gonna grab this because like I don't want to spend too much. 7,000 for 6 item level. Oh, jeez, what the f? Who's gonna spend that? You're cracked. What? 55,000 for that? Yeah, you guys are washed. Yeah, I'll buy this for 86 gold. Don't mind if I do. Yeah, wave by because fuck you guys. Who's tripping? Who put that on the auction off pit? But who buys that? That's the question. 215, bam. And now we go to Harndar, where we do our two low dungeons, not dungeons. We do our two low world quests real quick. We grab our belt. That's gonna bump us up to 220. And realistically, can we call it? Yes. Are we gonna call it? Probably not. I've done this so many times. I gotta do this with my fucking eyes closed. I know it's here. Yeah, I'm gonna talk to this guy. He's gonna make me pick a weapon. I'm gonna turn it in. Um, that's it. I already did my first two weeklies and I got two weapons, so I'm not gonna do this shit. Fool me once. Bomb. Look at that. Alright. Am I tripping, guys? I didn't look at boots either. I was like wondering what the fuck was going on. I need to replace my boots. Ah, why am I always missing something, you know? Four of her belongings found. Why is she dropping shit? They stole her what sacks? Excuse me? Ma'am? Confused. And I get avoidance? Ooh. MDI ready, baby. 222. Stop. 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 Dude, how quick was this? Next, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go get some consumables and go start pumping in some dungeons. Da na 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 na. Oh. Let's see. Let's see. Let's do this again. All right. All right. We got 22 is crazy, bro. Damn, bro. These potions are expensive. All right. I got my stuff. Got my stuff. I'm chilling. Da na 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 na. 226 banger. Get my potions in the appropriate places. Oh, actually. the city. All right, let me go. All right, so add this to the bar. The city. Like Dracula. Like Dracula. I think, yeah, that's the way to go. Please. All right, let's do it. You know, what's so crazy. Now that I realize that we're like right here. Oh, you know that you believe. Like Dracula. Like Dracula. All right, let's go. Dracula. Dracula. I gotta set up my macros real quick before I. All right, so. Nice. All right, sweet. Sounds good. Let's get this done. Uh, uh, uh. What? This man just sign on? Where is he at? I don't see him. Oh no no. Sure thing, split smoke. I'll just take anything at this point. Dun, 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 dun. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Total on a 6. 16. Me. Hands on the sun. Burn, 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 burn. Burn, 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 burn. Burn, 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 burn. And we got rocks? What?
My sisters were the last to visit these halls, but they threw their home and their bond away. If we can calm the spirits here, maybe they'll return. The Ranger General was sharp and steadfast, while the Peacekeeper kept the calm. Which path will you choose?
Burn, 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 burn. Burn, 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 burn. Woohoo! Okay, we'll take that damage, baby. We actually got some groups today. Burn, 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 burn. Mm-mm-mm-mm.
Barisa was the Peacekeeper,
Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm.
protected the gardens here, but the wilderness has overtaken it now.
Dude, what? Why did Death Knight get damage buffs, bro? This is nice. All right. I was a little low damage pool, you know.
The soothing sounds of my harp brought Carissa joy beyond measure. I'll need that relic.
Woohoo! That little, ooh, I love that grasp. That Gorfine grass is so disgusting, bro.
Well now, that dragon hawk seems to have stolen my harp. She won't let you close without a fight.
Not bad single target. Obviously, like Druid and Monk are a little higher, but not bad. And I drew a.
She reminds me of Carissa. My sister was also ferocity itself.
Got fucking Jack. Hey,
Please find the note.
fucking Splitsmo got a Trinky.
Sylvanas didn't ask to be Ranger General, but she gave everything to the task, including her life.
Hey. I can't stop falling for her. Hey. Alright, alright, a little tank damage. I like it.
Everything to Sylvanas once. I'll need it.
Mm, I can't keep falling for her. Come on, Mage, Mage, what are you doing, bro? Fucking idiot, bro. I guess I'll die. That was unfortunate. Come on, Mage, 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 where you at? I gotta deal with this heavy ass fucking hitter though. You guys are killing me. Ah, dude, this group's killing me, man. Hey,
Alaria hunted the old horde with a ferocity bordering on obsession. For good reason. They took my life, savaged our home. One of Alaria's scouting maps is within. Seems to have called on the ghosts of vengeance past. We'll need that map from them.
hey, as you make me. Woohoo! Hey, 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 hey. Hey, Guys, somebody kick him. Oh, I gotta do everything around here, man. You know, I am not ready to do this with pugs. I am really not. What the fuck?
Done it. One last task remains.
Oh, yeah, bro.
I'll use these relics to return peace to the spire. Perhaps then my sisters will return to me. There! The restless heart that haunts us. Please, lay it to rest.
Okay, that works too, bud. That works too, bud. I'll level my DPS. I was gonna like explain the mechanics, tell you what you need to do. Nah, man. Nah, man. Just pull the boss. Like this warrior's fucking jump. Oh my god, they're all jumping over this. And I'm stunned. I'm about to die. Here am I talking shit about these folks as I'm the one fucking up mechanics. That's crazy. That's what I get. That's what I get. Kill him, 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 kill him. Ooh. Did I really get a fucking headpiece, bro?
Spirits that linger within these halls have found peace. I hope that one day my sisters will be able to do the same. As for myself, I shall fill these halls with music until they return home. Thank you, champion.
I'll probably do one or two more dungeons. I don't really see myself doing all the dungeons. Can I? Yes. Is there any use for it? Not really. It really, I'll probably do one or two more. I mean, realistically, am I gonna play Blood Death into the season? No, right? Unless I raid, and I'm not gonna raid. My guild already has a Blood Death Knight. There's no reason for me to do so. So what? What's the next option? Look at some raid mechanics. Yeah, yeah, right. That kind of makes sense. Uh, let's see, it's 840. 840. Yeah, I guess that's it really for the Blood Death Knight. He's geared up. He's good to go. Everybody's hanging out. Just wait until Tuesday, so we're gonna exit there. All right, let's see. All right. Let's pull this up. Let's turn off the music real quick. Hold up, hold up, hold up. It's gonna be a little quiet in here now. We don't have that going. Um, Give me 1 second. I do have to fix the audio. I have to insert it. I don't know exactly where I'm inserting this real quick. Where is my desktop audio? Da na 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 na. Na 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 All right, hold up, hold up, hold up. Let's see if that works. Now let's throw this down here. Let's throw some YouTube on real quick. All right, you guys can see all my random shit that I watch. Potty C, we actually made it. There we go. All right, Void Spire. So Void Spire bosses. Let's see what we got. So who do you watch? We have Tactics, 60-minute video. Yeah, we could probably knock that out. He always has a pretty good video. Let's see if you guys could hear it. Hold up.
Hey everyone, Tactics here, and today raid prep has finally begun for Midnight Season 1.
Perfect.
So I'm going to be taking you through the Dream Rift as well as the first 5 bosses in the Void Spire on both normal and heroic difficulty, discussing everything that you and your group need to know to take these bosses down. A couple points of order before we actually get into it. First, this is going to be based off of beta testing, so it's possible that some things have changed or been tweaked since this testing actually happened, so just keep that in mind. Kind of related to that, I won't be covering the final boss of the Void Spire because we never actually did any testing of it, but I will be putting out a preview video to give my best guess on what the fight will look like. Plus, a couple days after the raid actually launches, I'll put out my full in-depth guide on normal and heroic, so make sure you are subscribed for that.
So wait, how
Besides
many
that, just
bosses
be
are so
aware
one,
that a lot of the
two,
footage I'm
three,
going to be using in this video is
4,
actually from Mythic tests. Some of them aren't, but
5,
most of them are
6.
because there were
Oh,
a
so he
lot of
goes over
early
6. Yeah,
tests on the
okay,
beta
fair.
this time around. So the initial heroic bosses didn't always reflect what they were doing later on, but I'll do my best to point out things that you should not worry about because they're not on normal or
All right, so
heroic.
there's 6
Finally, for
overall.
tanks, I've minimized talking about your jobs on each of these bosses very much in this video because I do have a standalone video coming for you guys in the next couple days, so check that one out for
Which we're
role-specific
definitely gonna
tips
watch,
like
right?
positioning and
There's gonna
playing
be
with
2
comms, that
raids.
kind of thing.
Yeah,
I think
there's
that's
gonna
it for
be
disclaimers,
Void
though. So
Spire. Oh,
let's get
what's the name of
started with
the
the
other one?
first boss of the
I
Void
forgot the
Spire
I forgot the
Imperator
name of the other one.
version, which is kind of tic-tac-toe in boss form. You see we have markers down on these 8 of the 9 sections, and there's one in the middle. And basically, when he does this Shadows Advance ability you see going down the timeline
Dude,
there,
I can't fucking see shit, bro. Why is it so blurry? All right, I know a good one. We're gonna make this nice and easy for us. World of Warcraft method, and this is exactly where we go. This is where I do. This is where I go to learn. Um, kind of teaches you everything that you need to know. So yeah, there's that. One, two, three, four, five, six. Beleren. March on Cold Danas. Is that's what it is? When does March on Quell Danas release? No, that's the final one. Okay, so that doesn't matter at all. What raid releases March 17th, midnight? Wow. Oh, the Dream Rift. Got it. Got it. Dream Rift. Okay, so that's fair. All right, and then you got the Void Spire bosses, which is going to be Imperator. So let's check that out first. So Imperator. Let's see. Yo, what's up, CH? How you doing, man? You missed it. We took the Blood DK in less than an hour and a half, about 2 hours at most, from 150 item level to 225. And then I got bored because I'm not going to play Blood DK during the season. So I didn't want to spend too much time on it because I'm going to get some sleep, Call it early, drink some water, relax, do some things outside of playing World of Warcraft before everything hits us full in the face. So we're going to be going over the two raids. We have Void Spire and the other one, which is called the Dream Rift. So there's 6 bosses in Void Spire. And then how many bosses on Dream Rift? Midnight. Wow. There's like 2 bosses, right? It's a single boss raid. Got it. Okay, so that's it. It's a single boss raid. Damn. Yeah, they did. Deathbringer in particular. Sandlane is the same because Sandlane was doing pretty good in terms of damage. Um, but in terms of Deathbringer, now it's way more competitive. And not only is Deathbringer now doing more competitive damage, but it's more tanky just based off its hero talents. Rune Carve Plates gives you way more physical and magical resistance. So Blood DK is doing pretty damn good right now. So Heroic, so they don't have the Mythic out, right? Um, so it's a heavy cleave fight set up to tanks for healer 14 EPS, required utility, lust on pool. This boss is a really nice take on what a first boss should be. He has a unique mechanic that we haven't really seen before, without turning into something annoying or overcomplicated. Most first bosses are usually a bit of a letdown because they're light on mechanics and don't feel special, so this is a welcome change. So based off this little synopsis, we can assume that this first boss has more umph than the regular first bosses, but nothing to go anything crazy. I can imagine it's going to be a little bit harder to pug on Mythic compared to like Nexus Plexus of last season, right? If you were in a pug, you could probably get 2 out of 8 Mythic and get your vault. So it seems like this might be a little bit more tough. Um, this boss is tic tac toe. Do not let the boss claim 3 tiles in a line. Boss starts with Shadow Advance. Shadow Advance is basically where he summons Abysmal Void Shapers onto the battlefield as his minion is Murs. They inflict about 200,000 shadow damage to players within 10 yards and knocks them away. And he spawns 3 of them. Okay. Uh, each Void Shaper casts Gathering Darkness. At full power, the Void Shaper transforms into an Obscurian Endwalker. If it completes, that tile is claimed. Okay, so essentially we have to burn these down before they turn into an Obsidian Endwalker, because if they do, then the tile is claimed. Based off the tic-tac-toe, do not let the boss claim 3 tiles in a line. So you guess, I'm assuming you have to DPS it in a certain way where they're just not 3 in a row, right? And I'm assuming when everybody's so undergeared and underleveled, you can't DPS all 3 at once. So maybe you have to DPS 1 or 2 of them, I'm assuming. But I guess we'll see. Umbral Collapse saves 2 tiles. You get 2 Umbral Collapse soaks back to back. He collapses void energy around his target, inflicting 300,000 shadow damage to all players. This damage is reduced by the number of players within 10 yards of its impact location. Okay, so this is a stack. That makes sense. Okay. So he's trying to claim 3 tiles with the 3 Abysmal Void Shapers. If they finish their cast, they claim the tile. You get 2 soaks that everybody has to soak back to back. And then depending on what tiles that you guys soak, that's which ones you guys claim. Um, okay, that's pretty dope. Umbral Collapse, target runs to the called marker, everyone stacks a soak. Yep. Alright, I assume that as soon as the first soak explodes, sprint to the second tile and soak again. If done right, only 1 tile gets claimed each wave. Correct. Perfect. Add priority. Kill Abysmal Void Shaper first. If hits 100 energy, that's when it becomes uh, essentially the Endwalker with a CHC. He said, so bonus roll start week 6 and item level boost becomes a few resets after that. That makes sense. They don't want it coming too soon because obviously raid the world first, right? But I feel like it's perfect timing. That's going to get everybody their base slots, which is going to be pretty nice. Because if you're farming your bis and you haven't gone yet, you're going to be able to get your bonus rolls and aim or focus those bis, whether it's raid or not. And then, fun fact, there's charges that you can use for the bonus rolls. For a raid item, it costs 2 charges, and for a Mythic Plus item, it costs 1 charge, right? But on that note, yeah, it costs 2 charge for raids, but there's less items, so you have a higher chance of actually getting the item that you want compared to a Mythic Plus that has double the amount of items. So it kind of plays, it evens out at the end of the day. So add priority, yep, kill the Abysmal Void Shaper. If it hits 100 energy, which you don't want it to do, that's when it claims a tile because it becomes an Endwalker. Cleave Void Maws and the Shadow God Stalwart and Annihilators, I don't know what those are. Kill Void Maws before they reach the portal at sub 35% HP. Interrupt Pitch Bulwark from the Stalwart or Annihilator, or everything gets in a massive absorb shields. Okay, that doesn't seem that bad. Dodging, Voidfall is a knockback in a lot of twirlies, dodge. Oblivion's Wrath is spikes that fire in a direction, dodge. Tanks, swap, applies to us, right? Swap on Blackening Wounds. What is that? It's a melee attack that infects its target with the void, reducing their maximum health by 4% for 20 seconds. This effect stacks around 8 to 10, depending on comfort, right? So if 4% per stack, right, 4 times 8, or 4 times 10, you're looking about 40% of reduced maximum health. Okay, that's pretty fair. When Asvarian's troops take the field, the target with the highest amount of blackening wounds becomes weakened. Okay. Oh, so that the keep in mind adds move towards the tank with the highest stacks. Okay, so that really sounds very simple. It really does. Tic-tac-toe. You kill the ads, and then it's a back-to-back soak. The whole group has to soak that back-to-back. As long as you kill the ads on time, and as long as you interrupt the pitch bulwark, that's perfectly fine. Um, so yeah, okay, right here, that's the whole fight. Everything revolves around the board. So I'm assuming the boss is in the middle, spawning. They start casting. If cast fleet, it's placing on X. Here's the map layout. It's just like a tic-tac-toe. The boss ever manages to claim 3 fields in a line, it triggers an in-range mechanic that quickly wipes rage. Okay, yeah, perfect. Good news, you can destroy. Okay, so it's not a matter of DPSing. Granted, yes, you do want to DPS the Void Shapers, but you use the stacks to kill or clear out the Void Shapers. So when you get targeted, move to the marker. Okay, split damage, happens back to back. Okay, if you do it correctly, only one of the 3 spots shall be claimed each set. Correct. Next time Shadow Advance happens, your raid leader needs to call on the fly which 2 spots are soaked based off what's already claimed. Thinking ahead matters a lot here because one bad choice can set up a free line later. Hmm. You know, I could see it being a pain to pug initially, But as soon as like people start doing this on a weekly basis, there's going to be like a set rotation. Unless it spawns like an RNG. Always make sure to keep boss away from the claimed spots, portals, and never keep the boss next to the ads as they get affected by Imperator's Glory. What is that? As Varian gains 75% increased damage and reduces. Oh, yikes. Okay, so he can't go. All right. Yeah, that makes sense. Add priority. After the board part you're fighting is Abysmal Void Shaper, priority kill. Yeah. Abysmal Void Shaper is always kill priority. You want it dead before it reaches 100%. Yep. Okay, perfect. So let's watch this in a video and we'll go on to the next boss. I feel like that's pretty
Hello
self-explanatory.
everyone, this is Perky from Honolulu and you're watching Method's Heroic Guide to Imperator Aversion, presented by Godforge. This is the first boss of Voidspire and it really shouldn't be a big challenge unless nobody, and I mean absolutely nobody, in your raid has ever played tic-tac-toe. It is recommended that you run a standard comp of 2 tanks, 4 healers and 14 DPS, and you should use hero and pool.
Alright, so we see right here, there's 3 spots. Oh my god, what the fuck just happened? Alright, so there's 3 spots, right? Alright, and I'm assuming we're going to use the soak to soak 2 of them and then cleave the 3rd one. So let's see what happens.
4 healers and 14 DPS, and you should use hero and pool.
Okay.
At the start,
there's a
place
soak.
markers like shown on your screen.
Motherfucker.
Shortly after you pull the boss, he casts Shadow's Advance, which spawns 3 Abyssal Void Shapers on 3 of the markers.
Right.
The spawns are random, but they usually end up being close together. The boss is trying to claim those markers, and if he ever gets 3 claimed markers in a straight
that's a
line,
soak, right? Now everybody's going to triangle, right? Back to
he
back.
will wipe shortly after.
Bam.
As mentioned before, it is a game of tic-tac-toe in which eventually you will lose unless you kill the boss before that.
Okay, now you want to
Void
cleave.
Shapers start by being immune, and they begin casting Void Rupture. If that cast completes, that marker becomes claimed, and now you have a permanent portal on that spot. To stop this, you use Umbral Collapse. A tank gets a soak circle that explodes after a few seconds.
Oh, okay, so the tank gets the circle. Noted. I thought it was a DPS thing. The tank has to move the boss, which makes complete sense.
The damage is reduced.
And then I noticed after the second one, that's when the AoE circles go out, which the DPS have to scatter
Based on how
like
many
the rats they are. I'm joking.
If you place Umbral Collapse on top of a Void Shaper, it kills it and prevents that marker from being claimed.
100%.
You get 2 Umbral Collapse soaks back to back, meaning you can always stop 2 casts. 1 cast is guaranteed to go through every wave, and that's basically your soft and rage. How hard this becomes depends entirely on your decision-making skills. Once the remaining Void Shaper completes Void Rupture, it joins the fight, and you also get a bunch of extra adds like Void Moss, Shadowguard Stalwarts, and Void Bond Annihilators. Those adds don't really do much, so just stack everything up and kill it, but make sure you interrupt Pitch Bulwark because this puts a big absorb shield on nearby allies. The Void Moss will also start moving towards a...
I'm trying to see where that cast is.
like Void Moss, Shadowguard Stalwarts, and Void... It joins the fight decision-making skills. Once the remaining Void Shaper completes Void Rupture, it joins the fight, and you also get a bunch of extra adds like Void Moss, Shadowguard Stalwarts, and Void Bond Annihilators. Those adds don't really do much, so just stack everything up and kill it, but make sure you interrupt Pitch Bulwark because this puts a big absorb shield on nearby allies. The Void Mouse will also start moving towards a portal once they hit 35%, and if they reach it, they heal up to full. But they're kinda slow, so as long as you're not tanking them right next to a portal, this won't be an issue. And by the way, the Void Shapers have an energy bar, so if that ever reaches 100 energy, it turns into the Jim Bro version, and you wipe. But there are a few things tanks need to pay attention to. First, if the boss stands within 10 yards of a claimed marker, he gets empowered through Imperator.
I'm assuming these circles right here are the claimed markers, right? I feel like that would make only makes sense.
Gaining increased damage done and taking massively reduced damage. If the adds are within 10 yards of the boss, they also get empowered, so unfortunately the boss cannot be part of that huge AoE stack. The tank debuff is called Blackening Wounds, and it reduces max HP by 4%.
So you see, they're fighting the ad away from the boss because obviously they would buff each other, right? And we're away from the portals. So it seems like when he finishes cast, he left a portal, right? Which means the other 2 right here, right, which is on the top left, where this little, I guess, details of Blackening Wounds is, right behind the boss, and then right here on the right-hand side. So there's probably 3 waves of this.
With each melee hit. But this ability has an additional effect which makes all adds move towards the tank with the highest stacks of blackening wounds. So in order
Right. So that's when you switch, the person who has the most blackening wounds moves away, all the ads go to that tank, and the new tank keeps the boss far as fuck.
to prevent
Bam.
the adds
That's
from
it.
rushing to the
Okay,
boss,
that makes sense.
tanks swap just before they spawn and move away. There are a couple of more just dodge mechanics that happen throughout the fight, like Voidfall, which knocks you back a bit and like spawns a bunch of circles that just don't stand in it, yeah? And there's also Oblivion's Path, which is a spike pattern around the boss that fires out after about 2 business days, so just dodge it. And lastly, the boss covers part of the room with troops that you cannot kill, so just move to the safe side until they're gone.
What is that?
If you ever end up in a situation where the whole room is covered with troops, congrats, you triggered the enrage, and that means you lost at the tic-tac-toe game. Eventually, boss uses Shadow's Advance again, and now you have to make smart decisions because you might already have 3 markers in a line, unless you destroy them with Umbral Collapse before they get claimed. And that's everything for the first boss of Voidspire. Here's a quick TLDR, and if you need more info, check out the written guides at method.gg. If this video helped you, make sure to like and subscribe. This video was brought to you by Godforge.
Okay.
Shout out to them, good luck on your pulls, and I'll see you in the next one.
Hey guys, you've probably seen
That's not bad. I feel like it's pretty simple. It can get a little messy towards the end if you accidentally call the wrong marker, right? And you end up fucking getting 3 in a row. So, RIP there. The next one is going to be Vorsius. Did I say that right? Vorsius? Some shit like that. So in this part, let's see. Welcome to Heroic Vorsius Guide for the Voidspire Raid. Damn, they gave it a 1 out of 5. That's kind of crazy compared to the first boss, which is 3 out of 5. I think they gave it to the first boss because it's a tic-tac-toe mechanic, but I guess we'll find out. Single target fight with occasional ad cleave. This boss is basically Void Godzilla, big angry monster, in the middle of a room, stomping the floor, yelling at the raid, occasionally firing a laser that makes you question every wall you didn't break. Interesting. So there's easy mode. Damn. Okay, so this is how it looks like. It kind of looks like a Brood, right? That's funny. So stack in front of the boss, pull on pull for primary roar healing. That's when he takes a deep breath, pulling players closer before releasing a deafening roar. Inflicts about 200,000 physical damage to all players and knocks them away. Okay, so basically stacks so your healers could just fucking yank, healing rain, you're good. After every war, you gain a stack of primordial power. It stacks, so the longer the fight goes on, the worse it gets. Oh, so it's taking rot damage. So, and he does a roar at the beginning, so rot damage comes out from the get-go. Okay, good thing we're a tank, right? Shadow Claw, Slam, Tank Plan. The first 2 Shadow Claw slams apply smashed. Let's see, he slams a giant claw into the ground, inflicting 400,000 damage and 400 damn. Okay, to players in the impact area. If the central pack fails to hit at least 1 player, Voracious inflicts 600,000 shadow damage to all players instead. So that's hit somebody, right? The impact of larger claws applies smashed and creates void crystals. So smashed is basically the impact from Voracious. I'm gonna call him V. V's larger claws increases the victim's physical damage taken by 150% for 2 minutes. Damn, what the fuck? Okay. Tank 1 intentionally takes the first 2 hits and then plays super safe for 2 minutes. Okay. Tank 2 takes the boss and soaks every other smash circle for the rest of that cycle. Nobody else soaks smash circles unless it's an emergency call. Immunities do not stop smash on the first 2 hits. Okay. Interesting. So I'm assuming that he does multiple Shadow Call slams, but the first 2 only do smash. Let's see, Aftershock. Exploding rings happen after every Aftershock smash. Melee stand with a tank, then step into the big smash ball outright after it lands. Middle becomes safe. Range, either play with melee if you're mobile, or outrange the rings completely. Alright, so there's creep phase and walls. I'm assuming that's the ad cleave boss spawns. Blister creeps, dodge the ground swirls while they spawn. Adds fixate players, split them by roll. Melee, you drag your blister creeps to the left wall, range to the right. All right, that's super simple. Kill them on top of the wall so that their death explosion clips it. Do not stand in the explosion circle as it gives a nasty 30-second debuff. You need 2 creeps explosion walls to break it. Got it. About 30 seconds after creeps start spawning, the boss fires Void Breath from one hand. What is that? Sweeps a deadly beam across the battlefield, immediately inflicting about 250,000. Whoa. That's about 2.3 million shadow damage all players in front of him, and about 300 shadow damage, 300k shadow damage to about 1 every second to players caught in its path. So you're dead if you fucking hit this. Yeah, that makes sense. Spot the hand, run in the opposite direction. Checks out. Breaking walls is what gives you space to outrun it. If you broke only one wall, you're coin flipping which hands the boss uses. Noted. That's why you want to break 2 walls. Reset after laser, go back to your starting point and repeat. Keep in mind, it ramps. Okay, so it's like a DPS. Let's check this out.
Hello everyone, this is Perky from Honolulu, and this is Method's Guide to Heroic Voracious presented by Godforge. Voracious is a very simple one-phase encounter with only a few mechanics that you need to worry about. You should start blasting right away, so use hero and pull. The fight repeats the same loop, but it gets more painful over time, because every time the boss uses
I wasn't paying attention.
Presented by Godforge. Voracious is a very simple one-phase encounter with only a few mechanics that you need to worry about. You should start blasting right away, so use hero and pull. The fight repeats the same loop, but it gets more painful over time, because every time the boss uses Primordial Roar, you also gain another stack of Primordial Power, which is a dot that ticks every 2 seconds. So the longer the fight goes, the more this is gonna hurt. At the start of the fight, and after every laser phase, this ability will be used. It slowly pulls everyone in and at the end knocks you away and deals raid-wide damage. The most important mechanic of this fight is called Shadow Claw Slam. This is something your tanks will have to deal with. The first 2 smashes apply Smashed, which is a 2-minute debuff that increases physical damage taken by 150%. This obviously stacks. Smashes after that still hurt, but they do not apply the debuff. If this ability fails to hit a player, the entire raid will take the damage instead, so make sure that you always send somebody to soak. A DPS or a healer with a strong defensive or immunity will survive the hit. So how do we deal with this ability? Well, the plan is simple. Have one tank take the first 2 smashes. That tank now has 2 stacks and is basically playing a game of do not touch anything for the next 2 minutes. After those 2 smashes, the other tank with 0 stacks takes the boss and soaks every other smash until the pattern resets and you get fresh walls again.
Nice.
And no, I know what you're thinking right now. You cannot take the first 2 smashes with an immunity. You still get the debuff regardless. After every smash, you get the aftershock rings. These are expanding waves that hit hard. This is actually pretty easy. Melees stand with the tank while they're soaking the smash just next to the circle. As soon as they soak, run in because you know the waves are gonna come out from that position. Ranged, well, you can just simply outrange this ability and never have to worry about it. Eventually, Voracious casts Parasitic Explosion, spawning multiple blister creeps. While this is happening, the raid has to dodge some swirlies because they hit hard, and you also take heavy damage, so make sure everybody's topped up before this ability comes. The blister creeps fixate players. Your job is to drag them towards the wall and kill them there. Once they die, they create a circle called Blister Burst, which damages anybody who's standing inside, but also cracks the wall. After 2 hits, the wall will shatter. But since you need to destroy both walls, you need to split your raid into 2 groups. The one that goes to the left wall and the one that goes to the right wall. To do so, just simply make some priority like tanks and melees go to the left one and healers and ranged DPS stay on the right one. If necessary, make some adjustments on the fly. 30 seconds after the blister creeps have spawned, the boss will cast Void Breath. This comes from either his left or the right hand. You have to spot which hand it is and run in the opposite direction. Stack up in melee, heal through the damage, and after this is done, go back to the middle. This is where the fight essentially resets. Keep in mind that if there is still one wall up during the laser phase, your chances of survival are at 50%. If the boss picks the correct hand and sends you in the direction where the wall has been broken, you will live. If it's the opposite side, well, you're dead. After the laser, the boss will cast Primordial Roar again, and you will gain a stack of Gathering Void. This is where the fight essentially starts repeating. But also, this is where the off-tank gets to be the main character again. Because the smash stacks have dropped and they get to take the first 2 smashes before going back to watching the new season of Scrubs, I guess. And that's Heroic Voracious.
I want to be
Here's
the
a
off
quick
tank. What the
TLDR of
fuck?
all the mechanics, and if you need more details, make sure to check out the raid guides on method.gg website. If this guide
All right. Well, first off, that boss is super fucking simple. So, sounds like a good time to me. All right. All right. So let's go to the third boss, which is going to be our homeboy Fallen King Saladar. 4 out of 5. Oh, look at that. Usually I'm not a fan of recycled bosses that we literally just fought a season ago, but this one actually turned out amazing. They reused some familiar ideas, but redesigned them enough that it doesn't feel like you've done the same fight over again with a different paint of coat or coat of paint. Overall feels great. Add a damage amp window is definitely going to make DPS players happy. It would be pretty epic to watch a guild kiting a bunch of orbs. All right. Fight style, single target fight with orb cleave, multi damage over time. This fight is one of those looks familiar but plays way better encounters, where the room slowly fills up with nonsense, orbs are trying to speedrun into the boss, and you're juggling interrupts, puddle placements, and big damage amp windows that makes DPS players suddenly pretend they have always been mechanic enjoyers, which is a huge fat lie. We all know that, right? This is a one-phase fight on a repeating script. It only gets harder if puddles are placed badly. Bloodlust can be used on pool or during entropic unraveling for 25% damage amped. Orbs are the only real wipe condition. On pool, the boss marks 2 of the 3 gates with lightning beams. This is where the orbs will spawn. What is void convergence? It spawns 2 orbs that move towards the boss. The machinery of Rift Labs produce orbs of concentrated void that are drawn towards Saladar. Players who come in contact with the orbs are afflicted by void exposure. Okay, so basically, yeah, don't touch the orbs and don't let it reach the boss. Noted. Drag the boss towards a marked gate and kill an orb while you kite. Don't stack dark radiation for free. Killing an orb gives the raid a stack of dark radiation. Orbs of concentrated void covers all players' void essence when destroyed, inflicting about 50k damage every 2 seconds for 8 seconds. This effect stacks. Waiting for the DM to fall for killing. Yeah, that makes sense. You don't want 2 stacks. That's just rounds rough. You must kill both. Alright, you must kill both close together using big healing cooldowns. Shattering Twilight. He hurls a Dark Star at its current target, inflicting about 700,000 damage upon impact, causing Twilight spikes to erupt outwards just from the impact. Just like the fucking, what you call it? Just like his tank mechanic and the other one. I already forgot the name of the last fucking raid. It's crazy. Damn, what was the fucking, what was the name of that raid? I already forget. That's crazy. Oh well. Now I'm annoyed. Season 3, raid. Mana Forge Omega. I can't believe I forgot that. It's like, what's wrong with me? All right. So Shattering Twilight, yeah, when it expires. Okay, so hits the tank first and jumps to several other players. Erupts outwards from its impact location. When it expires, it shoots spikes in every direction your arrows are pointing. Point arrows away from people and never towards the boss. Noted. Despotic Command. Puts a circle on several players. After 10 seconds, it drops a puddles and puts a big absorb on you. Move out and drop it on the edge. Saladar will attempt to bend several players to his will, inflicting about 20,000 damage every 1 second for about 13 seconds. When this aura expires, Saladar shrouds the wearer in oppressive darkness and creates a pool of torturous extract at the wearer's location, which is the puddle. Stationary images cast Shadow Fracture. The fractured image releases a burst of void energy, inflicting about 60,000 shadow damage to all players, leaving behind torturous extract. Image then reintegrates with Saladar. Interesting. Any CC stops it and kills the image. If a cast goes off, leaves a permanent puddle, and the room turns into disaster. Okay, so DPS are actually gonna have to use their interrupt. Interesting. At 100 energy, the boss is stationary for 20 seconds, which is the 25% damage increase, right? Which is entropic unraveling. Heavy ray damage spinning clockwise. Umbral beams. A giant puddle after boss takes 25% so deep. Yeah, bad. Tanks position the boss to the side before it starts, so there's room to rotate the beams. After unraveling, the boss casts Void Convergence, and you will repeat until dead. Let's watch.
Hello everyone, this is Perky from Honolulu and you're watching Method's Guide to Heroic Fallen King Salhadar presented by Godforge. This is the third boss of the Void Spire and it's a fight with one phase only with a mini intermission at 100 energy. During that time the boss takes increased damage and then the whole mechanic loop repeats again. It's mainly a single target fight with some cleave and multi-dotting opportunities on the orbs and we recommend using a standard comp of 2 tanks, 4 healers and 14 DPS. Hero can be used on pool or during the damage amp, this comes down to your preference and your comp. The first ability of the fight is called Void Convergence. Boss will mark 2 sides of the room with a lightning animation and shortly after, 2 orbs will spawn. The orbs will slowly move towards the boss and if they reach him, trigger Void Infusion which wipes the raid. Your goal here is to kill the orbs before they reach the boss. However, each time you kill an orb, the whole raid gains a dot called Dark Radiation, which deals sticking damage for 8 seconds. If you kill another orb during that time, the duration will extend and you'll get another stack. The play here is to kill an orb, wait for the debuff to drop, and then kill the other one. However, if you mess this up, or you have no more time to wait because the orb might reach the boss, just go for the double stack, but make sure to invest extra healing cooldowns to be able to live through the damage. Another ability in this fight is called Despotic Command. Several players gain a circle and after 12 seconds they will drop a puddle and gain an absorb shield called Oppressive Darkness. Just move to the edges of the room to drop a puddle to keep the middle area clear. The tank mechanic is called Shattering Twilight. It targets the current tank and after a few seconds sends out twilight spikes in the direction where the arrows are pointing. Afterwards, several other players will gain the same ability, however their spikes are a bit smaller and do less damage. If you're targeted by this, move out to the sides and don't point the arrows towards the boss, otherwise your melee players might get angry. Another tank ability is called Destabilizing Strikes. This simply adds a shadow dot to the tank with each melee hit, so just swap off the boss whenever you feel like the dot is hurting too much. There's also an ability called Twisting Obscurity, which is just constant raid-wide damage with a fancy name, nothing you should really worry about. One of the most important abilities of this fight is called Fractured Projection. The boss will spawn several fractured images around the room, which immediately start casting Shadow Fracture. If the cast is not interrupted, the image will despawn, deal damage to the entire raid and leave a permanent puddle on the ground that expands over time. This can quickly make the whole area unplayable. Almost every crowd control spell works, so you should have no problem in interrupting this cast. Eventually, the boss reaches 100 energy and casts Entropic Unraveling for 20 seconds. During this, the boss is stationary, the raid takes heavy damage and the boss spawns umbral beams that spin clockwise around him, dealing massive damage to anyone who touches them. Your tanks will need to make sure that the boss is placed to the side of the room before this intermission begins. This is because at the end of the intermission, there will be a permanent puddle spawning at that location. Just make sure there is enough space between the boss and the wall so that your players can rotate around while dodging the beams. During the intermission, the boss takes 25% increased damage, so make sure you have some DPS cooldowns ready for this. Once the intermission ends, the fight starts over, but it doesn't really get harder unless you had bad interrupts and puddle placements. And that's Fallen King on Heroic. Here's a quick TLDR and casts Entropic Unraveling for 20 seconds. During this, the boss is stationary, the raid takes heavy damage.
Hold on, I'm gonna watch that one more time. Alright, so super simple.
The fight is called Void Convergence.
They're gonna kill one orb. We're gonna take the boss to wherever orb we kill first. Yep.
The orbs will slowly move towards the boss, and if they reach him, trigger Void Infusion, which wipes the raid.
And then you have to kill the second orb before, after the debuff falls off. Yep.
Play here is, or you have no more time to wait because the orb might reach the boss. Another ability in this fight is called Despotic Command. Several players gain a circle
Okay, so
and
that's
after
the
12
dark
seconds they
circle
will
under
drop
them.
a
I was wondering
puddle
what that
and gain
was.
an absorb shield
Got it.
called Oppressive Darkness.
Mm-hmm.
Just move to the edges of the room to drop a
Yep.
puddle to keep the middle area.
This is
Shield called
exactly why I
Oppressive
rewinded
Darkness.
because I was like,
Just
what are they
move to
talking about? It's these little circles that are on these DPS players, right? It's these little purple circles are very faint. That's what gets you an absorption shield. That the healer obviously has to heal off, but that's what makes you drop the puddles. So as you see, they're moving towards the
the
edge.
edges of the room to drop
Easy
a
peasy.
puddle to keep the
Perfect.
middle area clear. Few
All right.
seconds sends out twilight spikes in the direction where the arrows are pointing. Afterwards, several other. If you're targeted by this, more angry. Another tank ability is called Destabilizing Strikes. This simply adds a shadow raid-wide damage with a fancy name, Fractured Projection. The boss, if the cast is not grounded, expand control spell works, so you can cast Entropic
All right,
and
perfect.
Reveling for Umbral.
I know exactly what this fight. All right, sounds pretty good to me. Good fight, good fight. All right. So super simple fight. I think the first three are going to be actually fairly simple. Dude, the fucking second one is super fucking simple. Saladar, as long as everybody's actually like paying attention, I don't see that being an issue as well. The tic-tac-toe one, I can see people getting a little bit more confused on because there's not really a raid leader to call out which ones to do. Um, so I could see that being an issue for pugs, but I don't think it'll be that much of an issue. So now we have Valgor and Izorak, if I pronounced that correctly. Uh, okay, so let's see. Sorry, I was typing in Discord. So welcome to our heroic Valgor and Izorak guide for the Voidspire. This fight is full nostalgia trip because it is a double dragon encounter, which means all the boomers. Yeah, I know. Yeah. All the boomers in the raid finally get their moment. Back in my day, every dragon had a tail lash. I get it. It makes sense. And honestly, they're not wrong. If you stand behind either two of these for even a second, you're getting launched and you will deserve it. That's actually pretty funny. Two target fight, multi damage over time, two tank, four healer, 14 TPS, less on pool. Got it. This fight has genuinely cool ideas, especially the whole gloom shrinking mechanic, but there's also a couple things that make the experience a bit worse than what it needs to be. Interesting. The big one is how much it feels required to have mass grip to stack the void orbs for AoE. You can play without it, sure, but it definitely feels like the fight is silently judging your comp the whole time. Then there's the intermission, which is a glowing pancake in the middle of the room. It's not doing much besides glowing. I also don't love how severe the punishment is for a 10% HP difference, even on heroic. It's fine early on, but once people get geared and damage starts getting uneven, this part is going to become pretty annoying. Wait, what? Okay. I'm so curious what exactly that meant. But okay. So easy mode. Two bosses not share health. Split damage so they die at the same speed. Keep them more than 15 yards apart and within 10 HP. Okay, I see what that means now. They have to be within 10 HP of each other. Or Twilight Bond will give them 100% extra damage until fixed. Yikes. And then if one dragon dies, the remaining dragon gains Twilight Fury. Raid stands between them and hits them from the sides. Do not stand behind because Tail Lash will launch you. Dread Breath. The targeted player with Dread Breath steps to the side so the cone doesn't hit the raid, getting dispelled after it hits. So it seems to leave a reducing movement. Okay, so 40% 15 seconds, as well as 90 ticks every 3 seconds. Damn. Main repeating combo. So Void Howl reads all players in Shadow. About 1.3, 130,000. Shadow damage to all players within 5 yards of each player. Summons a void orb at each player's location. Null Beam. Valgor expels crystalline spacetime every 0.5 seconds for 4 seconds. So about 8 times. 2 players in a frontal direction. This outpouring inflicts about 100,000 physical damage, plus an additional 4,000 damage every 0.5 seconds for 8 seconds, so about 16 times. Its effect stacks. Upon completion, the lattice shatters, forming a null zone and tethering all players up to 12 times. Null zone pool magnitude weakens as null beam stacks. Forms an unstable rift for set of players. Stretching the tether additional 10 yards beyond the initial radius triggers null stab. If no other tether players remain, the field collapses, triggering a null zone implosion instead. This is the glue mechanic that the description was talking about. So essentially what that is he ejects a moving mass of pure darkness in a frontal direction, inflicts about 88,000 to, okay, so there's a multiplier to it, right? To all players upon arriving, creating a gloom field. Gloom damage done and the size of gloom field decreases up to 5 times as players contact the darkness. Applying gloom touch. This always repeats in the same order. Interesting. During Void Howl, stack as tight as possible without overlapping circles so the orbs spawn stacked, right? Because every single person is going to get it. But you can't be obviously within each other's stack because you are getting inflicted with 130,000. So if you have 2 people on top of each other, they're getting smacked with 260, they're going to die. So yeah, that makes sense. When null zone tethers everyone snaps their tether right away. The tank snaps last because that last snap triggers the raid damage over time. Let me just read that back. Forms unstable rift. Okay. Aim the gloom to the blue marker. Have 5 range players soak it on the way to shrink the puddle. Rotate markers, rotate soak teams each time because diminished lasts 1 minute and stops you soaking twice. Okay, so I mean if you have 10 ranged or 5 melee, 5 ranged, you'd be perfectly fine. Swap bosses after each gloom. Just run over to the other boss. Don't drag them around. Okay. So basically you're just taunt swapping. After 100 energy, stack in the Radiant Barrier for Midnight Flames. So somebody emanates Holy Power for 15 seconds, blessing players. Each 1 second applies protection to nearby players. Okay. Players with purple circles move out to the side. Kill Manifestation Midnight fast so it doesn't ramp after each. Okay, so let's watch it. Seems
Hello
fairly
everyone,
simple.
Perky here from Honolulu, and this is Method's Heroic Guide to Veilgor and Azarak, presented by Godforge. It is the 4th boss of Voidspire and should provide a bigger challenge than the previous bosses. This is a 2-target fight, the bosses do not share HP, and you'll get big AoE moments whenever the Void Orbs spawn. We recommend a standard comp of 2 tanks, 4 healers, 14 DPS, and using hero on pull. But first thing, place the markers as shown in the picture. We will use those for gloom in a bit. These bosses have 2 rules that will...
Oh, I want to see that. Hold up. Okay.
Picture, we will use those for gloom in a bit. These bosses have 2 rules that will punish you instantly. Rule 1 is Twilight Bond. If the bosses are within 15 yards of each other, or if there is more than 10% HP difference, they gain 100% increased damage done until you fix this. Rule 2 is the kill timing. You want them to die around the same time, because if one dies early, the other gets Twilight Fury, which ramps damage by 30% and acts like a soft enrage. Now let's talk about some tank mechanics, because honestly there's a lot of those in this fight. Tank the bosses basically where they stand, just close to the 15-yard limit. That keeps Twilight Bond off and gives you some cleave value. The rest of the raid should simply stand between the bosses, pretty much stacked together at all times.
Yeah, because you don't want to be behind, you'll get tail swiped.
Both bosses have a ramping tank hit that resets whenever they swap targets. Veilgor uses Whale Wing, which just deals damage and knocks the tank away. Azarak uses Rack Fang, which hits a bit harder than Whale Wing, but also puts a healing absorb on the tank. The best timing to swap the bosses is after each gloom cast, and you don't need to drag the bosses around, just run over and pick the other one up. Both bosses also have a tail swipe mechanic, which means that if you're standing behind them, you get knocked away and receive a bleed debuff for several seconds. So just stand on the side.
Yeah,
And
for
one
sure.
more tank thing, the boss that is currently flying will use grappling maw, which pulls the tank in and deals damage based on distance. The further the tank was before the grip, the more damage they take. This swaps
Interesting.
after each intermission, so just know which boss is currently in the air. And now for the raid abilities. Veilgore uses Dread Breath, which targets a random player with a big frontal cone that deals damage and fears anyone hit. If you get targeted, step out to the side so you don't clip people and get dispelled after it hits you. You should never have more than one player getting hit by this ability. Veilgore also does Null Beam on the current tank. This is a beam that locks in place once it starts. The tank wants to soak up to 8 stacks because it reduces the pull strength of the null zone that gets created after.
That makes sense.
Once the null zone spawns at the tank's location, everybody gets tethered and pulled in. Everyone wants to snap their tether quickly, but the tank should be the last one to snap, because the last snap triggers null zone implosion, which puts a heavy dot on everyone for 6 seconds. So whenever the raid is stable, just do it. At the same time as Null Beam, Azorak casts Void Owl on everyone. Everyone gets circles, and these circles deal damage to anyone standing in them, and when they go off, they spawn Void Orbs. During Void Owl, stack as close together as possible so that the orbs spawn stacked. These orbs spam Void Bolt at random players, and this can be interrupted and stunned. Grip them if you can, stun, and AoE them down as fast as possible. Mass Grip is insanely good here. Shortly after the Null Beam and Void Owl combo, Azorak casts Gloom on the current tank. This fires a large orb in the direction Azorak is facing, and when it reaches the edge, it explodes and leaves a giant gloom-filled puddle. Your goal is to shrink the puddle by having players touch the orb as it travels. You want 5 players total to touch the orb, and once it changes colors, you know you hit the cap. This is where the markers come in. Aim the first gloom at the first marker, then rotate clockwise for each next gloom cast. Players who touch the orb get 1 minute debuff called Diminish, and if they touch Gloom again while they have it, it will basically either kill them or do very heavy damage. So you rotate your soul group each Gloom cast. The bosses then hit 100 energy, and the intermission begins with Midnight Flames. They fly up and start blasting the raid.
No, that's the
You
pancake.
live by standing inside Radiant Barrier in the middle of the room. Doing Gloom correctly is what keeps the middle playable. During the intermission, you also get an ad called Manifestation of Midnight. For each 30 seconds it stays alive, it gains 75% attack speed increase, and slows become 50% less effective. So yeah, kill it fast. It also puts circles on players called Shadow Mark that forces you to move out, because they do damage in 8-yard radius. Just keep to the side and don't clip people inside the barrier. Once intermission ends, the bosses land and you put them back in their spots, and you repeat the exact same combo. Just remember that the flying boss swaps, so that the grappling maw ability is being used by the different boss than in the previous phase. And that's Veilgore and Azorak on Heroic. Here's a quick tip.
Okay, that's a little bit more than the last 4, right? But not really too crazy. I feel like that one is like something that you have to run maybe 1 or twice, and then once you run it and you actually see the mechanics in place, then you know exactly what's happening, but it's hard to see off the video.
Is more than 10% HP.
So obviously you take them where they're at, right? The glue mechanic is basically, you're aiming it, that's the tank shop, to aim it at whatever marker. I don't know which dragon cast that, obviously, but they have to get soaked by 5 DPS. That's going to keep the middle playable, because as long as more people soak the orb, then the circle's not going to be as big. You can't basically keep everything in the middle, right, DPS wise. Don't go to the back of the dragons, you'll get tail swiped, so the tanks cannot turn the dragons around whatsoever. One of the dragons does a frontal that causes damage over time, as well as a fear. That one has to step it to the side so that nobody else gets clipped. And then everybody gets a circle, right? That's when they kind of stack like checkered pattern as normal for most raids. Not over each other, but close as possible, and then grip or try to CC everything in the middle. That makes perfect sense. And then as for the tether, so what happens is supposedly there's a tank buster or tank beam. Tank has to get 8 soaks of the beam and then move out, because what happens is the more that he soaks, the less the pool. So if he just moves out right away, right, then everybody's gonna get pulled in it really quick, really strong, and then everybody dies. So soak a little bit of that beam and then move it out. And it's supposedly, based off the video, the beam is stationary. So since it's stationary, it's not gonna follow you. So don't hesitate to get the fuck out of the way, right? After you hit your current stacks. And then I think, I'm not sure, I didn't see in the video quite properly. Maybe I could pull that back. The tank has to break the tether last because then the dot
Their
happens.
tether quickly, but the tank should be the last one to snap. Because the last snap triggers null zone implosion, which
I want to see like the
quickly.
tank POV.
Tailgore also does null beam on the current tank. This is a beam
See?
that locks
Okay.
in place once it starts. The tank wants to soak up to 8 stacks because it reduces the pull strength of the null zone that gets created after. Once the null zone spawns at the tank's location, everybody gets tethered and pulled in. Everyone wants to snap.
See, this is where I'm confused a little bit because I get the fact that you want to soak your 8 beams or 8 stacks, move out.
It reduces the pull strength of the null zone that gets
Mhm.
created after. Once the null zone spawns at the
Okay, so no zone spawns. So basically, it stretches tether additional 10 yards beyond the initial radius. If no other tether players remain, the field collapses, triggering the rot
tank's
damage.
location, everybody gets tethered and pulled in. Everyone wants to snap their tether quickly, but the tank should be
Got
the
it.
last one to snap. Because
Got
the
it.
last snap
You
triggers
can
null
see it right
zone
here.
implosion, which puts
He's
a
the
heavy
last one
dot
right
on
there.
everyone for 6 seconds. So whenever the raid is stable, just do it. At the same time as null beam, Azorak casts Void Owl on everyone. Everyone
Okay.
gets circles, and these circles deal damage to anyone standing in them. And when they go off, they spawn Void Orbs. During Void Owl, stack as close together as possible so that the orbs spawn stacked. These orbs spam Void Bolt at random players.
Okay. So I get all the mechanics. It seems like everything's happening all at once, right? Like that last clip before we closed it out was like all the everything spawning in the middle where you have to cleave everything. But while that was happening, the gloom popped out. So that means 5 of the DPS have to stop the AoE, right? Because they were just in the middle stacking. And now they were trying to AoE CC. Now they have to move the fuck out, soak that. Ideally, that would be a range mechanic if it overlaps. And then go back, kill everything. Yeah, okay. I can see how guys get a little hectic, but, not bad. Light blinded Vanguard. Interesting. And they don't have Crown of the Cosmos. Oh, so they don't have the last boss. Okay. But they do have this one, which is going to be the Dream Rift, which we'll go over next. But this is the second to the last. Who is this guy? Why is he the second? Why? Why is he? Why? I don't know. Why is a light infused individual the second to last boss? It's very interesting. Um, okay. So I guess we'll just go through it. Sorry, just texting the love. All right, I'm back. Oh, it's a council. Got it. Welcome to our heroic light blinded vanguard guide for Voidspire. This fight makes you feel like you accidentally queued into a 3v3 arena, and the enemy team is a ret paladin, prop paladin, and a holy paladin. Ooh, aye. You got wings, bubbles, and shields flying at your face, random silences, and constant holy damage while you're trying to pretend this is fun. The only difference is that you can't /forfeit, so you're just gonna have to play it out and win. 3 target fight. It's a cleave. Lust on pool. Required utilities, none. This is a really unique take on a council fight. The bosses use a bunch of familiar paladin style abilities, but the counter still feels fresh instead of just being 3 mobs with health bars. It forces a lot of movement, dodging, and little bits of micromanagement, and the visuals are actually fun to play around. Definitely a nice addition to the list of council bosses, and I really hope it delivers on Mythic too. The fact that they have it 4 out of 5 on a second to last boss means this shit's gonna be hectic, bro. I hope you know that. Hero on pool, Bellamy and Sin. Oh shit. I'm so confused though. I thought Sin was helping us. Wait, what? Hold up. Is this see? Radiant Barrier where you're trying to fight the dragons. Sin emanates holy power, which I'm assuming I thought Sin was on our side. Oh, betrayal? Betrayal? Spoiler alert. All right, so Bellamy and Sin will bubble for 8 seconds, so don't send all cooldowns instantly. Start by hitting Commander Vanille, wait 8 seconds, then pop cooldowns and do big cleave damage on all 3. Keep boss HP fairly even. If one dies early, the others ramp their damage fast. Vanille does Judgment into Final Verdict. Yo, it's a red paladin. Swap as soon as Judgment hits. Lightblood passes Judgment onto his current target, inflicting about 150,000 holy damage, increasing damage taken by Final Verdict by 200% for 5 seconds. After passing Judgment, Lightblood immediately casts Final Verdict on his current. Okay, so basically, you're going to get hit with Judgment, and then you want to taunt before that Final Verdict hits the tank with Judgment. Why is there a blue one? I want a fucking different colored one. Why do we get stuck with yellow? That's stupid. Anyway, Bellamy does Judgment, right? Increasing the damage they take from Shield of Rightness. So basically, the Ret Paladin throws Judgment to Final Verdict. Bellamy does Judgment to Shield of Rightness, just like a Prop Paladin, just like a Ret. So you're basically swapping as soon as these Judgments hit. Noted. Bosses hit. Who tanks Sen? Okay, I guess that doesn't matter. Bosses hit 100% set order, starting with Bellamy. Okay, Bellamy's our prop paladin. The boss that's hit about to hit 100% needs to be tanked on the edge because during the ultimate they cannot be moved and they drop a permanent consecration puddle where they stand. Yikes. General Bellamy. Okay, so Bellamy's our prop paladin. Or devotion reduces damage taken for allies in a circle by 75%. Do not tunnel targets inside of it. Divine Toll, banger move by the way, sends waves of shields that silence. Dodge them, especially as a healer. Avenger shields hit a small radius, so don't stack on top of each other. Light fused is constant rate damage and ramps up by 25% each time any bosses use their ultimate. Noted. So it's going to ramp up to 75% after all 3 go through their shit. Commander Venel, that's the Ret. His execution sentence gives 3 soak circles. Soak each with multiple players, but do not overlap the circles. After soaks, dodge spiral hammers. Okay. Sacred Toll is a big raid nuke. Use healer cooldown. Yeah, that checks out. Chaplain Sin. Aura Piece pacifies you if you attack protected allies. Don't hit into it. Dodged. Oh, okay, so yeah, I guess he has a mount. Sacred Shield needs to be burned to interrupt blinding light, or the raid gets blasted and disoriented. Okay, so it's kind of like that last boss of Priory, right? There you kind of have to burn down that shield on second intermission before blinding light actually cast. Tyr's Wrath puts stack and absorbs on the 3 closest players. Rotate who stands closest so it doesn't stack on melee forever. Searing Radiance is raid damage for 15 seconds. Heal through it. Ooh, okay. I mean, it's simple. It sounds. There's no video. Yikes. Damn. Rough. Okay, but I mean, it doesn't sound bad though. So obviously, first 8 seconds, save your cooldowns, right? Because you're gonna have 2 of the ads that have their bubble, and then boom, Lust, go hard. Your main target on pool is Commander Vanille. He also uses Avenging Wrath. Is that the one that uses his thing first? Okay, no, that's not. That's actually Bellamy. Um, but Vanille, he uses Avenging Wrath, which makes him deal 30% more damage, but also take 20% more damage for 20 seconds. Nice. Here on pool, start single target on commander. Wait out the 8-second bubbles, then pop your big cooldowns and do full cleave on all three. All three bosses need to be tanked, but only two of them have the tank combo. That's the Judgment into the Final Verdict and Judgment into the Shield of the Righteous. Basically, taunt swap right after whatever Judgment. Obviously, Vanille, it says he goes first. So whoever has Bellamy, keep that in mind, and then same thing. That's super fucking simple. It's just a matter of timing. Energy bars and boss positioning. Each boss has an energy bar, right? And as soon as it hits 100, it's going to do its consecration, right? Which is the unmovable circle. So Bellamy does it first. The boss, yeah. They're not movable. So you're basically rotating who's on edge based on who's about to hit 100% next. Okay, so you have Bellamy into Vanille, into Sen, into Bellamy, into Vanille, into Sen. And you do this more than 6 times, you're fucked. That's what it looks like. So Bellamy, Vanille, Sen, Bellamy, Vanille, Sen, Bellamy, Vanille, Sen, Bellamy, Vanille, Sen. Got it. Noted. Write that down. Note that down. Write that down. Okay, so that makes perfect sense. General ability is or devotion, reducing damage taken by allies. So during this, you're not getting any value, hitting set. Yeah. She has Divine Toll. Bellamy is a woman. Okay, I did not know that. She casts Divine Tolls, sending out waves of shield to silence anyone. Do not get clipped, especially healers. Avenger Shields. Force the people to spread because of the 5-yard hit zone. Light a Fuse, which is a rot. That's rough. Vanille ores are a wrath, boosting holy damage done by allies within. Okay, so basically get everybody the fuck out of there. 3 players get a book soak. You cannot overlap these circles because players that take this hit get a majesty buff from the same ability. After the soaks, Divine Hammer against spirals from the impact point, so soak cleanly and then immediately dodge hammers. Sacred Toll is your big healer moment. It is an unavoidable raid nuke. Ugh. Yeah. Just dodge, puts, so you have to burn that, and then rinse and repeat. Um, okay, I mean, honestly, that's not bad. Now, how often does this judgment happen? I guess we will find out. But outside of that, it's just kind of pure placement and just as for the tank, swapping from judgments. I feel like that's the only tank mechanic. Everything else is pretty fucking simple. Sweet. Well, that's it for, I guess, the Void Spire, guys, and then we'll go into Chimeras, which is going to be the Dream Rift. Dream Rift itself, let's pull it up. Chimeras, the Undreamt God. Oh, and we got a video. Let's go. Lego. Oh, they gave it a 3 out of 5. Okay. Mechanic strategy recommended to be on heroic difficulty. This is a one boss raid, midnight with 10 difficulty, be similar to a middle boss of Void Spire. It's one of those encounters that will test your raid group's communication, skills, patience, swap. No, not that. Who has that thing? Why is that ad immune? Stop feeding them. It's chaos, but it's fun kind. Once people stop standing around, admiring the scenery. Okay. Single target boss with heavy ad pressure and frequent target swaps. If we ignore the excess amount of trash you have to kill to reach this one boss in a one boss raid is pretty solid. So yeah, I guess you have to clear. There aren't any brand new crazy unique mechanics, but the overall flow feels good. The fight stays busy without being obnoxious. The mythic version does a lot of heavy lifting by making it more challenging and interesting, which is why this lands an overall good boss. Honestly, we're gonna do a little something different. We're just gonna watch the video first.
Hello everyone, this is Perky from Honolulu and you're watching Method's Guide to Chimera's Heroic presented by Godforge. This is the first and the only boss in the Dream Rift raid. I guess Voidspire was fully booked. Chimeras is a one-phase fight with an intermission at 100 energy. It's mostly single target with a bunch of AoE and cleave moments that are either free damage or the reason you wipe. It's recommended that you run a standard comp of 2 tanks, 4 healers and 14 DPS. and using hero on pool. But before you start, split the raid into 2 equal groups. 1 tank, 2 healers and 7 DPS. This is required for the Undust Upheaval ability because that's how you get onsite, which is required for you to kill the manifestations in the Spirit Realm. Shortly after you pull your first group.
Okay, so let's see. Tears a hole in reality, inflicting about 450,000 damage to its current target, and about 900,000 nature, split between players with a 10-yard impact. All right. Victims are knocked into the air and gain all insight, which is basically, I guess, a different realm, right? They're wrenched into the rift, allowing them to see manifestation within 40 seconds, which means you have 40 seconds to kill any ads in that given moment, and hence why you want to split up the raid.
For you to kill the
So how does he do that? Is it a frontal?
Because that's how you get
Okay,
onsite,
so it's a circle.
which is required for you to kill the manifestations in the Spirit Realm. Shortly after you pull, your first group soaks Undust Upheaval. This will be targeted at the current tank, and everybody soaking will split the damage. After you get hit, you gain Undust for 40 seconds. Once your group is done, they will be fighting the manifestations. These ads are only attackable by players that have the onsite buff. They spawn with a shield called Onshroud. Once this shield is destroyed, the ads will drop a puddle, but will also become attackable by the outside players. There are 3 types of manifestations: Colossal Horror, Haunting Essence, and Swarming Shades. Your main focus should be the Colossal Horror. This ad has the most HP, deals damage to the entire raid that ramps up the longer the ad is alive, and also hits the tank quite hard. There's also an ad called Haunting Essence that has an ability called Fearsome Cry. If this is not interrupted, it will fear everybody in the Spirit Realm for 3 seconds.
Wait, what has that one?
There's also an ad called Haunting Essence that has an ability called Fearsome Cry. If this is not interrupted, it will fear everybody in the Spirit Realm for 3 seconds. This ad also has an ability called Essence Bolt, which can be interrupted, but it only deals damage to a random player, which is not really that much, so I wouldn't waste kicks on it. And there is also another ad called Swarming Shade, but this one has no abilities other than giving you bigger numbers on the damage meters. The goal down there is pretty simple. Everybody should start attacking the big ad and wait for all the other ads to group up around him. Make sure you're kicking the Fearsome Cry while all this is happening. The reason why you want to kill the ads when they're stacked is because that way they're gonna lose the shield around the same time, which means all the puddles will be dropped in around the same position. This will help you greatly later on when you're clearing the puddles. This will make the puddle management easier, but it will also help you kill the ads faster once they're in the normal realm. The Undust buff lasts for 40 seconds, so even if you kill all the ads, you're still stuck inside until the timer runs out. Players that went inside cannot do it for another 90 seconds because they gain a debuff that increases damage from Undust Upheaval by 600%.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So the next time this ability is used, the second group has to go down. Once the ads become targetable upstairs, the normal group needs to swap and kill them. These ads will cast no abilities but will try to reach the boss, and if they do, they get consumed. This deals raid-wide damage, but most importantly, it buffs the boss's damage by 100% till the end of the fight per ad that was consumed.
Yeah, so don't let the ads touch the boss, that makes sense.
But while all this is happening, there are some puddles in the room that need to be cleared, otherwise the area becomes quickly unplayable. To clear puddles, you use Consuming Miasma. Some players get a big circle that deals damage.
Alright, so that's a
until
blue
dispelled.
circle around them right
When
there.
you dispel it, it clears puddles you're standing in, but it also splashes damage around you when it gets removed. So the play is, if you have Miasma, move to a puddle, call for a dispel, but make sure that nobody is standing on top of you.
Right.
There's also an ability called Rending Tear. It's a frontal cone aimed at a random player in the outside group. Just step out of it. Eventually, the boss reaches 100 energy and casts Consume. This eats any remaining manifestations even if they didn't reach the boss yet. Then knocks everybody away and the intermission will start. During intermission, the boss is protected by Rift Shroud, which makes him immune to damage. He uses Corrupted Devastation, a flyby breath line that stuns and deals massive damage to anyone hit. It also spawns manifestations and leaves puddles behind. During this phase, the ads can be attacked by anyone, but they will also use all their abilities that they had in the Spirit Realm. So make sure you're kicking the Fearsome Cry. The ads will not drop a puddle when they're killed,
see, they're gonna
but
dispel
the
it.
boss will
Bam.
when he uses his flyby ability. So make sure that you're clearing those puddles with the same dispel that you did before.
No, that makes sense.
The boss will use his flyby ability 3 times and then cast Ravenous Dive. This knocks everyone up, but also consumes any remaining manifestation. So make sure that the ads are dead before the dive, or you're just feeding the boss. After that, you're back to phase 1 and you repeat the same loop, or you're just feeding the boss. After that, you're back to phase 1 and you repeat the same loop. If you you come back. And
That's not
that's
bad.
Chimero's
That's
Heroic.
super simple. That's super
If this
simple.
video helped you, make sure to like and
Perfect.
subscribe.
Well,
This
boys,
video was brought to you by Godforge. Big shout out to them. Good luck on your pulls, and I'll see you in the next one.
that's
hey
it.
guys, you've probably seen Godforge pop up all over the place.
All right, all right. So, that's it, man. We were able to see 6 of the 8 bosses. All right, let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 5 of the 6 bosses, and then we were able to see the mini boss. Oh, I guess the one boss raid. Um, Technically, we weren't able to see this one, right? Because there's no video for it, but it seems like it's super telegraphed. It's a console fight. You're rotating it in a clockwise rotation, right? Every single one has its own debuff, and it goes in a set order. If off the top of my head, if I could remember it, it goes Bellamy, something that starts with a V, and then Sen, Bellamy, then Sen, which is basically Prop Paladin. Um, what is that? Prop Paladin, Red Paladin, Holy Paladin. So, I mean, I feel like after a run or two, we'll be able to get that down. But yeah, I mean, super simple. I'm so curious how Crown of the Cosmos is going to work out. If I do end up getting that far, I'm probably going to have to pug it, unfortunately. I'll try to post a YouTube video on it. I'll try to post a YouTube video of all these fights, though, you know? Just fuck it, why not? But yeah, I appreciate you guys tuning in, and you guys have a great night, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for a reset. Or obviously, if you're in the EU, I'll see you guys Wednesday, and let's bang it out. All right, you guys have a great night. Thank you for tuning in, and adios.